Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel for those of you that are subscribed. And I wanted to come on here today. I was lots of folks have kind of been buzzing about the recent tax returns, and I was doing a little research, and you know what, guys? Do you know? It's interesting how people kind of are in the habit. They anticipate this time of year. They're like, I'm getting a refund, I'm getting a refund. And year after year, they look at that, they look forward to it. Maybe they pay some bills with it, maybe they're going to set it aside and take a little trip or whatever. And I was doing some research, and do you know that the average tax refund this year was only $2,000? And I remember back, like when my kids were younger, we would get quite a bit back. And the idea is we're really not supposed to be getting money back per se. Okay. The Because the government is earning interest on that money that we are missing all year. And the idea is where that you wouldn't owe, and or you wouldn't get a return. You want to be kind of in between. And I just I was doing some numbers. $2,000, if you break down $2,000 over a year, it actually works out to be about $42 a week extra. If you weren't waiting for that refund once a year, all you would have to do is create $42 extra each week, and you're already paying yourself that refund, if that makes sense. You're paying yourself that refund. So I wanted to come on here and share with you how easy that can be done, or even tripling that or quadrupling that, right? To get yourself out of that trend of constantly saying, I have to wait for money. You're in a mode of waiting for money. When you're paycheck to paycheck, you're waiting for money. When you're waiting for a tax refund, you're waiting for money instead of creating it. So to move from waiting into action is really what I wanted to talk to you about today. And speaking of action, I'm doing a mailing party right now, and I'm getting my mailers out to my list of folks that are in their buyer lead resources that are already in the industry, which I'm actually going to reference at the end of this video. I will give you the reference in the description of where you can order leads that are very, very responsive, guys. So, what I do typically in my mailings, sometimes people are asking me what specifically that I do. And I usually do at least 2 residual programs, and then, 1 position mailers as well. And I really vary it up, on the levels. Here I've got our Magic Cash solution, this is an incredible mailer. It's actually 4 position or 4 donations that you make on this. So there's a 30, a 60, a 120, and a 300. On our special for March, when you come in at the $60 level, you get the 120 and the 300 as well. So you get all 4 mailers with this. This has been a phenomenal mailer. The product that's attached to it, we have we basically have financial education attached to this, and you get the details in terms of getting, a second social security number, and the steps for that, obviously for business, or if you've got a nonprofit or whatever. Lots of folks are really stepping into the nonprofit areas, and there's, all sorts of reasons that people want to make use of, a second social security number. So in this, and then in this one, I'm also including the $200 a day cash machine, which is really, really fun. It's a combo mailer. It is combination of a $10 and $20 payments. Okay. And then I also do, I'm doing the Living the Good Life mailer as well. Okay, this is a one position mailer. Okay, and these are the Magic Cash Solution and the Living the Good Life are cash donations. And what's wonderful about those, like let's say you've got the Girl Scout, the Boy Scouts, the Boys and Girls Club. If you have an organization that you want to donate to, you can donate this. It's a cash donation, okay? And you choose whatever gift. We've got a $100, a $200, a $500, and $1,000 gift, and you choose what you want to create. With that, what you want to donate. And the made payable, there's a made payable slot right here, okay, and that's blank when it comes to you. When you partner, I should say, obviously I fill it in with my information, but when you partner, you're going to get a blank version, and obviously that can be used. In your marketing in general. If people are looking for write-offs, sometimes people are. They're coming on to, the end of the first quarter, and maybe they're looking for organizations that they want to give to. You have lots of companies that are actually looking for business write-off. So that is fantastic. So I did the $500 level as well. And then I'm also going to include we just launched, hold on, gotta come up here, our Simple Cash Solution. Okay, the Simple Cash Solution is wonderful. It's a $10 mailer, okay? $10 gets you started. So what I do is I really offer in my mailings, I do multiple levels, 2 lower level, 2 higher level, so that, we have something for everyone. And what I find with these a lot of times, guys, when I get these out, okay, what I do find with these is that people will sometimes partner, obviously, at the multiple levels. They get the package from you, and as you can see, I've got it in the 6x9 class envelope, and people respond to what you put in front of them. And on this Magic Cash Solution mailer, we've included our Facebook group at the bottom. So people have multiple ways of connecting. It's really important when you're sending things out in the mail of connecting with you. And you know what, guys? I wanted to share also, as I'm addressing this, I actually started in direct mail, and it's amazing. I started in direct mail a little over 2 years ago, and it's a whole almost world in itself. in terms of it's set apart from anything else because it's something that you physically get in your hand. People do respond to it. And hey, Courtney, good to see you on here, girl. Good to see you on here. Um, people will respond obviously to what you put in front of them. Okay, and um, there's a different. I guess you would say. A response to an email is very different from something that physically comes in your hand. And if you guys go on to entrepreneur.com or you go on to Forbes, there's a whole trend right now of where digital is being paired with direct mail because it's powerful. The two together, is powerful. I know, and I didn't even go onto their websites, but I've been receiving mail from cruise companies. And I was talking about it, and I received from Royal Caribbean, Viking River Cruises, Crystal Cruises. And you know what, guys? I didn't even visit their websites. And I got the marketing material in the mail, and it was, I was having recent conversations about it, and or maybe I did like something somewhere in social media, so they watch our behaviors, and human behavior is where we. Yes, cruising is fun. Cruising is absolutely incredible. It is so fun. It's so fun. And like they've sent the Alaskan, doing some of the European stops and things like that, like Prague, and oh, it's like, oh my goodness. Um, some of the Mediterranean, it looks phenomenal, and of course, obviously the Caribbean. Courtney, you're familiar with cruising the Caribbean and going down to Mexico and stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun to do that, but you know the the whole thing I really wanted to share on this is that your taxes, the average tax return obviously is $2,000, and that equates, and people are waiting once a year for that, and that really equates to $42 a week. And guys, you can make much more than that, obviously in direct mail. You can position yourself obviously to not have to worry about um, a refund coming in, or always in wait, always being in that trend of being in wait. I'm waiting for payday. I'm waiting for my tax refund. You know, move from waiting into victory, right? Move from waiting into victory. And, because you weren't meant to wait. You were meant to create. And I think a lot of people have closed the door on that. That's the bottom line. A lot of people have closed the door on taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and creating obviously their own income from home. So anyway, if you found value in this, if you liked what you heard, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to reach out to me, and I would be glad to share some details with you. We're very active, like I was sharing with you. With the Magic Cash Solution, we've got our Facebook group listed at the bottom. And guys, I do advise that you do that you, when you're doing your mailings of whatever products it is out there, make sure people can connect with you in your social media avenues. You want to be including that in your marketing material. And the beauty about being in direct mail is you can diversify your marketing material. That's the whole point of it. You're backing it up. You're backing it up. Because trust me, when I'm looking at the cruise booklets, with the cruises right there, it brings it to life when it's physically in your hand. It brings it to life. When you're receiving the monies physically in your hand, right? You know, here's the result of the simple cash solution. You know, got a payment from that, and you're going to respond to what, you know, comes in your hand. Here's another. I have it inside my wallet, but this was another $10, you know, that I got in the mail, guys. So um, these add up, and to experience it physically, guys, to experience this physically. Now it can be a cashier's check, a money order, or obviously cash. And you decide, you have the power. No one can shut that down, let's say electronically. No one can shut that down. So you know, cash is king. And it's you know, everybody finds it useful. Right? It comes in handy, and it adds up. So anyway, so glad that you guys joined me on this, and cash is king. That's exactly right, Courtney. Cash is king. It really is, and you know, it's fun. You never get tired of running to the mailbox and opening up, you know, your mail, guys. You never get tired of it. Whether it's dollars, $5, $50, multiple $100 payments, multiple $10 payments, they all add up. And I can quite honestly say that I have been blowing away what a typical tax refund for over 2 years on a weekly basis, arriving in my mailbox way more than what the average person sees in their tax refund. Because and I want to empower. Let's do this together. I want to empower people to do the same. If you are broke, that means you have accepted a system, and you are not a system. You are someone special, and you have the ability to create and do what you need to do, you know, for your family. So anyway, make it a great afternoon, and